What's going on, guys? So I am sitting here in my living room. It is my day off. Thank God for that. And anyway, just sitting here, and I remembered that I had picked this up from work yesterday. We got the new Mac Tools catalog. The Mac guy is the only guy that I actually see at my dealership. The Snap-on guy doesn't really show up very often, and most of the guys buy from Mac Tools anyway. But this guy shows up. Snap-on also only shows up on my day off, which is today. But Mac Tools guy always shows up on Wednesdays, and again, we got a new flyer today, so I figured I'd show you guys what we got going on in the new flyer here. Apparently, there's some new American-made boxes. They're saying that Mac is saying that they've got some smoking deal on these. They don't actually show what the deal is in the book. They don't show how much they are, and I haven't actually looked on the website yet. But I did a quick Google search and didn't really come up with anything on these things, so I don't know if they're even showing them on the website yet. Anyway, let's get into it. So we've got a few things that I noted that I think were probably pretty good deals. This obviously is not one of the good deals. This is the 3/8 inch mini air impact wrench, which is a lot like the AirCat. I actually bought the Astro Pneumatic Onyx Mini, which is actually even a little bit shorter than this and puts out more breakaway torque than this thing does. The Astro is awesome. Good stuff, guys. Also, the AirCat is, like I said, basically the same impact wrench as this, but only costs about $110. So it doesn't really make much sense to buy the Mac. These hammers, on the other hand, I think that this is a pretty good deal on these hammers because I really actually do like the anti-vibe technology that Mac uses in their ball peens, and these are really nice ball peens. They've got the 32, the 40, and the 48 ounce for $120 for all three of them. That's actually, I think, like I said, a pretty good deal. Over here, we've got the 117-piece tap and die drill extractor superset. I don't actually know what kind of a value this is because I've never actually used them myself, so you guys will have to determine for yourself, but that seems like it might be a bit on the high side to me. So let's see what else we got. Yeah, that's a reasonable amount of money for that stuff. I think these wrenches are. I think these ratcheting wrenches are a bit overpriced. $280 for what amounts to 24 wrenches. I think might be a little on the high side. I think you can probably find them a little less expensive elsewhere. I think like the gear wrench ones, I've actually heard really good things about, and they're fairly inexpensive. Sockets, well, we all know that the professional sockets are expensive. There are reasons for that, but I still think that they're not worth what you're paying for them. Breakout box 320, that's probably a little bit on the high side. DeWalt, that's pretty much the same deal you're going to get just about anywhere for the DeWalt stuff, so we won't even go over that. This, I think, would actually be a really good deal. I've only seen a few companies that actually make these things, the rubber eraser blasting wheels. These things are great for taking like really heavy stickers and stuff off, and $340 is actually a pretty good deal for that. I've used one of those at a previous Harley dealer that I used to work for, and we had a police vehicle leasing division, and when those bikes would come in for the de-polices, you have to take the stickers off, and these things are great, as long as you don't like stay in one spot and burn right through the paint. These things will take the sticker off, and they'll leave the paint underneath untouched. They work really slick. Let's see what else we got here. $60 for an upholstery and trim tool set. I think might be a bit on the high side. Paint denibbing filer. This, I think, is actually a pretty good deal. $200 for a... well, actually, no, that's not really so much a good deal. $200 for a 7-piece auto body repair hammer set. You can get better deals than this for about the same kind of quality tools. And if you wanted to, you could go to Harbor Freight and you can get this same set for like under $100, guys. So that doesn't make any sense to me. As far as professional quality spray guns, these are actually pretty inexpensive. I've certainly seen, like DeVilbiss guns and stuff go for a lot more money than that. Sunglasses are always overpriced. You and I both know that. $1,500 for this lift actually is a pretty good deal because these are usually the professional quality lifts typically go for a lot of money. And this one is modular, unlike most of the lifts that I've seen, so that you can take the whole rear section from under the rear tire right off. So you get full access to the rear tire. That's a kind of a nice feature. So again, $1,500 I think is a pretty good price for that thing. Again, here's the box quote unquote deal, which they don't actually even show you a price for. So I don't really see the sense in even putting it in the catalog. You're kind of wasting a page. Let's see what else we got here. Finger Saver Wire Piercing Guide. This thing actually, I think this could come in really handy. And $9 for something like that is a really, really good price, because it will keep you from poking holes in your fingers, guys, and that's always a good thing. $420 I think might be a little on the pricey side for a 1/2-inch electronic torque wrench, even if it does come with a set of Allens. Let's see. Yeah, diagnostic tools are always expensive. That's certainly less than the Snap-on, but it's still, I think the Snap-on actually is more comprehensive than the Mac one, if I remember correctly. And, so it obviously you're paying a little bit for some of the extra functionality. So it ends up being kind of a wash. But again, $4,600, I think, for myself personally, would be way too much for a scan tool. Somebody who's in the automotive world might see it differently. If you're using one of these things regularly, this thing can end up, making you a lot of money. So that might be a good deal. Who knows? I don't really know the scan tools. I'm not as familiar. This right here is a smoking deal. So you've got a 1/4-inch combination metric quarter drive set. It comes with the the ratchet, the bit driver, and then all the sockets and extensions and etc. And then you add on that socket set. Good deal. A little bit too much for those. That's ridiculous. That's highway robbery. And again, that's highway robbery for one flashlight and a charger. And then the rest of it is pretty much just clothing. Anyway, except for that right there, I think is actually a pretty good deal for that gigantic bit driver set. $100. I think that's a pretty smoking deal. Anyway, just wanted to show you guys the new catalog. Got any questions? Please comment below. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a productive day.